Okay, so for yesterday's session, I think you have gone through a little bit on trade and cash discount, whereby in under this topic, the first part of the trade and cash discount is to look at what it means by trade discount, what it means by chain discount, and how do you calculate a single discount equivalent rate for the chain discount. And then you also have discussed on what it means by cash discount and why is it given to the retailer. So basically, you have covered most of the uh, section in trade and cash discount. So for today's session, we're going to continue with the one where we combine. Okay, we combine the trade and cash discount. Okay, kita gabungkan trade and cash discount. So normally this is the question, these are the type of questions yang you gonna see in the final exam question. Okay, in the final exam. So biasanya dia akan gabungkannya trade and cash discount. So you have to know uh, which one to perform first, and then what is the final answer. Okay. So in general, when we have trade and cash discount, so normally, if you are given both the trade and cash discount, you have to calculate the trade discount first if available, because the trade discount is automatically given to the retailer if exists. Okay, maksudnya trade discount ni adalah secara automatik. So kalau ada, you boleh terus kira. So you tak perlu nak tunggu, tengok syarat-syarat lain. Compared to the one in cash discount. So in terms of cash discount, you have certain criteria that you have to fulfill in order to realize the discount rate. Okay. So contohnya kat sini, kalau untuk cash discount, you ada tempoh masa yang tertentu yang you kena selesaikan you all punya apa orang kata, you all punya payment. So you kena buat bayaran dalam tempoh masa yang tertentu. So ada syarat. Tapi kalau untuk discount tak ada syarat. So kalau ada, terus dia akan automatically calculated. Just that you have to remember the trade and cash discount is only applicable to the price of goods sahaja. Okay. So in this case, bila ada combination of trade and cash discount, you have to deduct this trade discount first, and then you get the net price, and the net price will be given the cash discount if applicable. Okay. So in this case, you have to know what it means by total payment. Okay, kat sini dia katakan total payment. So the total payment sometimes is also used the same notation as the net price, NP. Kadang-kadang dia guna dekat NP, so the net payment. So NP is net price, NP juga boleh jadi net payment. So it depends, right? As long as you know how to use the notation. But in this case, it says that in total payment is simply the list price, and then you multiply with the trade discount given. So the 1 minus D1, so the 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2, 1 minus DN. So all these are actually the trade discount. Okay. And if you make the payment at certain period that is applicable for a cash discount, then you have to add another one, that is the cash discount. Okay. So kalau dalam final exam, you already calculated the net price. That means you already calculated the trade discount and you have the net price after the trade discount. So you can also rewrite this formula as, so this can also be NP and then multiply with 1 minus CD, which is the cash discount. Benda yang sama juga. Okay. However, in this case, sebenarnya ada satu benda yang you all kena faham betul-betul. Saya padam ini. Saya tak apa jelas pula tulisan dia. Okay, one thing that you really need to understand, so sometimes there are additional charges. Okay, so bila ada additional charges, you need to add the additional charges at the end of the calculation. So maknanya Dekat sini sebenarnya dekat hujung sekali, kat sini bawah ni ada tak? Okay, so dekat hujung ni nanti dia kena tambah dengan dia punya additional charges. Okay. Alright, so recall balik the last one, we have the trade discount. So TD is just simply LP minus NP. So NP to the net price, and the amount of cash discount is simply the amount of cash discount is net price minus the net payment. Yang ni tak termasuk lagi dengan additional charges. And finally, in order to determine the total payment with additional charges, so you have to add. Okay, you kena tambah kat ujung ni. Nampak So the AD is the additional charges. So in general, you can also rewrite this formula as equal to NP multiply with NP multiply with 1 minus CD plus AD. Boleh juga So kalau katakan dalam previous punya question in the final exam papers, in the question for trade and cash discount, katakan you dah kira nilai net price. So instead of rewriting LP 1 minus D1 minus D2 1 minus DN here again, so what you can do is just replace the whole thing with NP. So actually this part, this is NP. Okay, the net price. Alright. So that is the situation whenever you combine the trade discount together with the cash discount. Okay. Tapi bear in mind when you have both trade discount and cash discount, you have to calculate the trade discount first before you calculate the cash discount. So that is the procedure. Okay. Walaupun biasanya kadang-kadang dapat jawapan yang sama je sebab dia just tukar kan. So basically the same. However, you have to follow the flow. Alright. So for example, in example 17 here, so let's see this example. Let me just explain what going on this example. Okay, it says here the invoice of 5,000 dated 22nd March 2018 has trade discount of 12%, 10%, and cash discount term of 5/10, 3/25, and N/40. Okay. So in this situation dia ada invoice. So dalam situasi ini dia bagi invoice harga 5,000 tetapi tidak ada additional charges. Okay. And then if there exists additional charges, you have to read carefully whether the additional charges has been included in the invoice or excluded from the invoice. Okay, yang tu penting sebab different term yang being used. So contohnya kalau dia katakan including, that means the value of the invoice is already include the additional charges. So dengan kata lain, bila you nak kira dia punya net price, nak kira dia punya total payment, you have to take out the additional charges first. Okay. Sebab kena ingat, untuk trade discount and cash discount is only applicable on the goods. Dia tak applicable for the additional charges. Kita tak boleh bagi discount on transportation. We cannot give discount on handling charges, on packaging, tak boleh. Yang tu semua adalah tetap. Okay. Okay, in this case, the first question asks you the last day to receive the 5% cash discount and the last day to receive 3% of cash discount. So kat sini, dia dah kata kat sini, so yang ni the first one is 5%, 10. So that means the last day is the 10th day from the date of the invoice. Okay, from the date of the invoice. So maksudnya 10 hari pertama dari 22 hari bulan lah. Okay, so that means kalau dia bayar dalam tempoh 10 hari pertama daripada 22 hari bulan, maka dia akan terimalah 5% cash discount extra from the trade discount 12% dan 10% tu. Okay. Meanwhile, for the 3%/25, this means that starting from the first one, so makna yang the first one sampai hari yang ke-10 kan. So dengan kata lain, hari yang ke-11 hinggalah hari yang ke-25, kalau dibuat bayaran dalam tempoh masa tersebut, maka dia akan dapat 3%. Okay, so that is the situation. So the last day to receive 5% cash discount and the last day to receive 3% cash discount. Okay, yang ni ada beberapa cara yang boleh dibuat lah. So yang ni adalah maklumat yang diberi. So you can use this method. So dia kata kat sini untuk the first the first cash discount rate, the 5%, it is 10 days from the date of invoice. So the date of invoice is 22nd March. So you tambah je lah dengan 10. So 22 tambah 10 dapat 32. Kan? Okay, dapat 32. Tapi in March you only have 31 days. So you have minus 31. So it's gonna be 1st of April. Okay, this is one way untuk kita selesaikan. You can also use this method. Okay, sama saja. So either one. So dia banyak cara lah kan. So kat sini either one lah untuk didapatkan the last date to receive the 5% cash discount. Similarly for the second cash discount rate, the 3% cash discount, you do the same procedure. So this one is 25 days. Kalau you campurkan dengan 22 hari, 22 March, you get 47, right? But March kita ada hanya 31 hari saja. So you left with 16 April 2018. So that means if you make the payment after the 1st April 2018, but not exceeding the 16 April 2018, you will receive 3% discount. Okay. So tempoh masa dia ada dua lah. So satu yang 10 hari. So maknanya kat sini yang ni daripada 1 hingga ke 10. Okay. Yang ni akan jadi 1, yang ni 10. Yang ni akan jadi 25 lah. So that means tempoh masa ni hanyalah 15 hari sahaja. Okay. Faham ya? So that is for the ending date to receive the cash discount. And then the third question asks you the single discount equivalent rate for the trade discount given. So the trade discount given is 12% and 10%. So using the formula for SDER, you have 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2. So this gives you 20.8. Okay, so basically the 12% and 10% discount rate, trade discount, this is not equivalent to 22% in nature. Okay. But actually, it is only, this one is only equivalent to 20.8% sahaja. Okay. The reason is that even though you have two trade discount rate given, but the discount rate given is calculated one after the other. Okay, kita kira satu per satu. Kita tak kira sekaligus. Okay. So maknanya kita bukan campur 12 campur 10 jadi 22% and then kira dia punya discount tak. We have to calculate the 12% discount rate first and then get the new values and then baru kita kira untuk yang the 10%. Okay. So in general you can use the multiple or the chain discount to calculate the net profit, net price, or you can use the single discount equivalent rate in replace of the two discount rate. Okay. And then for the total payment here, so this is what you have. So the total payment is whenever you paid on the 4th April, so you have to see whether you will get the the cash discount or not. Okay. Adakah kita akan terima cash discount? So kat sini dia buat pembayaran pada 4 April dan hari terakhir untuk buat pembayaran untuk dapat 5% adalah 1 hari bulan April. Dan hari terakhir adalah untuk 3% 16 April. So bayaran dibuat pada tarikh 4 April. So dia dah lepas pada yang 5%. So you hanya dapat yang 3% sahaja. Okay. So that means the cash discount here will be 3%. So you have this one, the cash discount. Okay. And then for the AD, so there is no AD. Sebab apa tak ada AD? Sebab AD tidak ada extra charges. So that means AD is equal to 0 lah, this one. Okay. So calculate this one, you should get the value, the total payment to be 3,841.2. So this is the last value that you have to pay based on the invoice given. Okay. So you can also use the single discount equivalent rate to solve this problem. So kat sini you boleh juga gunakan yang single discount equivalent rate. Contohnya kat sini dapat total payment. So you can also use the total payment. Saya gunakan TP sajalah. Okay. You can, instead of using 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2, you can also use LP 1 minus SDER. Then 1 minus CD plus AD. Sama saja. So that means kalau you gunakan ini, you akan dapat this one gonna be 5,000. 1 minus the SDER will be 0.208. And then 1 minus 0.03 plus 0. So you should get the same answer, RM 3,841.20. Okay, same thing. Sebab you dah ada nilai SDER, boleh guna in replace of 1 minus D1 dengan 1 minus D2. So instead having two trade discount in the calculation, you can just use a single discount rate. Okay, so that is for the total payment. And then the net price after deduction of the trade discount is simply the net price. You can just calculate this using LP 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2. Okay, sepatutnya benda ni kita kira sebelum tu lah kan. Barulah kita kira yang total payment. Tapi yang ni dapat balik tak apalah So you have the net price, and again for the net price, if you already have the single discount rate, so you can also use this as, you can also use LP 1 minus SDER. Sama juga. Okay. You can still use the same thing. So either you use the multiple discount or the chain discount, or you can use the single discount equivalent rate to calculate the net price. And the amount of trade discount is simply, okay, this one is simply the difference between the list price and the net price. Okay. And then the total payment without the additional charges. So since you already have the net price, so instead of using the one in D, so kita gunakan LP 1 minus CD, D1, D2 and CD, you can just use the NP. Okay, boleh guna terus NP. So beza dia kat sini je lah. Okay, kat sini dia gunakan NP. Sebab NP ni dia dah cover untuk this part. So yang ni, so in general, kalau tengok yang atas ni, so this part is actually NP. Sama saja. Okay. So the difference between the total payment and the net price will be the amount of cash discount. Okay. So the total payment, the amount of cash discount is simply the difference between the net price and the total payment. Right. Ataupun you boleh je, so yang ni amount of cash discount ni boleh juga kita cari menggunakan, so this is also equivalent to the net price multiply with CD, which is given by, kalau kat sini 3960 darabkan dengan CD kita 0.03. So sama saja. So kalau kira yang ni, tengok betul-betul Okay, you akan dapat balik RM 118.80. Same thing. Okay, and finally for G, the total amount of discount given is simply the amount of trade discount plus the amount of cash discount. Okay, Ataupun you boleh dapat total amount. So this is also equivalent to the total payment. Sorry, total payment. Ini saya berapa? Okay. So this can be in the form of invoice minus the total payment. Okay. So in this case, kita punya invoice is 5,000, right? Minus the total payment kita last kali, total payment is 3841.20. So kalau kita tolak yang ni, so you kena tahu ya, 1158.50. So this will give you the same answer. Okay. Baik. Okay, ada soalan so far? Boleh Okay, that is how you combine the trade and cash account. So kita tengok contoh lagi satu. So we have example 18 here. Okay, kita tengok example 18 pula. So dia kata kat sini, an invoice dated 10 March 2019 for 7,200 excluding. So kat sini dia gunakan perkataan excluding. Okay, faham ya? So excluding maksudnya the 7,200 tu tak termasuk lagi dengan nilai transportation 300. So when you have the excluding transportation charge, you don't need to remove from the invoice payment first. Okay. So yang ni that means the 7,200 is basically the price of goods sahaja. Tak ada additional charges So that means tak perlu nak keluarkan lah 300 So yang ni kena hati-hati Okay, RM300 transportation charge was paid on 30th March 2019. So the invoice date 10 hari bulan March, payment made 30th of March. Okay. If the trade discount was 20%, 10%, and the cash discount term were 5, 10, 2, 30, and N30, find the last day to receive 5% cash discount. So again, kita gunakan kaedah yang sama. So dekat sini untuk soalan ni, so kita ada maklumat diberi. So we have the invoice. Okay, this is given by 7,200. And this is actually the LP sebab dia tak termasuk dengan transportation So kita ada transportation. So this is given by 300. And then you ada D1 is 20%. D2 is 10%. And then you have the CD is 5, 10, 2, 30, and finally N60. Okay, that is the situation. So dia punya invoice date 10 March dan dia punya payment made 30th March. So invoice date so kita tengok daripada invoice date, the first one dia nakkan the last day to receive the 5% cash discount. So kita ada So kalau kita tengok kat sini macam mana kita nak buat. So kita tengok balik So kita tambahkan saja dengan dia punya duration for each of the rate. Okay. Tambah je So in this case kita start dengan 10 March. Okay, sama So 10 March. So we have 10 March. (2019) and then we plus untuk yang first one is 10 days So plus 10 days. So this one give you 20. Okay, so that means masih lagi dalam bulan March. So you have this to be 20 March 2019. So this is for 5%. Okay, and then untuk the 2% is 30 days, right? So again, you have this one. So 10 March 2019 plus 30 days. So this give you 10 plus 30, you get 40, right? Okay, you get 40. But this one is already into the April. So March ada 31 days, right? So that means kita kena tolak dulu dengan 31. So you get this to be 9 April 2019. Okay, dapat So 9 April 2019. So that is the last day for you to receive 2% cash discount. Okay, if payment is made between 20th March 2019 until 9 April 2019. Okay, the next question asks you the single discount equivalent rate to the trade discount. So you want the SDER. Okay, kita nakkan SDER. So SDER, this is given by 1 minus D1 plus 1 minus D2. And in this situation, you have 1 minus D1 kita is 20 and 10, right? So that means 1 minus 0.2, 1 minus 0.1. So calculate this one, you should get 0.72, 0.28. Okay, you akan dapat 0.28. So this is equivalent to 28%. Okay, so that is for the single discount equivalent rate, right? And then the next one asks you the total payment if payment was made on 30th March 2019. Okay, the total payment. So in this case, the net total payment. So total payment, you have this to be. So total payment is given by this is given by, kalau katakan nak gunakan SDR pun boleh, nak gunakan LP pun boleh. So kita gunalah yang biasa. So LP 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2, and then 1 minus CD plus additional charges. Okay, in this case, dia bayar pada 30 hari bulan. Okay, dia bayar pada 30 hari bulan, 30 hari bulan Mac. So 30 hari bulan Mac, so last day to receive 5% is 20th March. So dah berlebih So dia bayar 30, tak boleh dapat yang 5%. Tapi dia bayar sebelum 9 hari bulan April. So 30 Mac plus 9 bulan April, so dia akan terima yang ni 2%. Yang ni 5% kan. So dia akan dapat yang 2% lah untuk cash discount. So that means the cash discount will be 2%. Right? So you have this to be, so the LP is actually 7,200. 1 minus 0.2, 1 minus 0.1, and then 1 minus 0.02, the 2%. And then you have to add the additional charges because tadi kita ada additional charges on transportation, right? That is not included in the invoice. So sebab tu kita 7,200 tak perlu tolak dengan 300 sebab dia dah exclude. So tapi untuk kira the total payment, you have to add the 300. Okay, you kena tambah the 300 kat belakang tu So calculate this one, you should get. So kita boleh kira sendiri, kita cuba kira, tengok dapat tak jawapan yang diberi tu So this one is 7,200 and then multiply with 0.8, multiply with 0.9 and then multiply with 0.97 last kali plus 300. So you get 532, pasal aku dapat 5328. Ada salah kira ke? 2% betul dah. 5%, 2%, 20%, 10%. 97 pula dah. 98, sorry. Patutlah tak dapat. Saya pergi buat 97. 98, sorry dah. Okay, 5380, sorry, tersilap tekan. Saya tekan yang sebelum ni. Yang soalan sebelum ni dia 3% kan. So ini 2% sahaja. Okay, so you should get 53. So RM 53 380.32. Okay, so you dapatlah jawapan yang sebenar. Alright, and then for E, so macam tadi juga, E dia suruh kita kira the amount of trade discount given. So dia nakkan the trade discount given, right? So the amount of trade discount given, so dia nakkan trade discount ya. So trade discount is simply the difference between the net price and the list price. Okay. So in this case kita kena cari dulu the net price. So kat sini saya nak cari net price menggunakan SDER. So this is simply LP 1 minus SDER. Boleh deh. So kalau gunakan 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2 pun boleh, tak ada masalah. So SDER saya 28% ya. So that means this one is simply 7,200 1 minus 0.28. So calculate this one. Okay, 5184. So dapat RM 5184. So in this case, the trade discount is simply equal to the list price minus the net price. So this gives you 7,200 minus 5184. Okay, you akan dapat 2016. So you akan dapat kat sini equal to RM 2016 sama dengan jawapan kita lah. Okay. Right. So this is equivalent. So that means the answer is the correct answer. Alright. And then the next one, they ask you to find the amount of cash discount. So cash discount kita dah ada net profit, net price. So you can find the cash discount, the CD. Okay, the cash discount is simply you take the net price and then multiply with 1 minus CD. So this gives you the net price is 5184. Multiply with 1 minus 0.02. Or this is equivalent to 0.98. So 5184 multiply with 0.98. So you get, sorry, dia nak cash discount betul lah. My 1 minus CD, but 1 minus CD saja, sorry yang ni dia akan bagi yang total payment So sorry. This one just multiply with the CD sahaja Okay, multiply mana dia? Multiply with CD. Yang ni multiply with 0.02 5184 multiply with 0.02. So 103.68 tu jawapan tu. So RM 103.68. Okay, ataupun you boleh cari total payment and then you tolak saja dengan net price, boleh juga, tak ada masalah. Okay, and finally you want the total amount discount given. So macam tadi kita campurlah dua-dua ni. So you have the first one, you can calculate total discount. This is equivalent to trade discount plus the cash discount. So which is given by 2016 plus 103.68. So this gives you the answer to be 2119. Okay, 2119.68 RM. Okay. Okay, that is the first method. And then the second one, you can also find the total discount using the second method. The total discount is just by taking the list price minus the total payment. Okay, this one total payment without the transportation, so without the list price total payment list price tolak dengan betul. So list price total payment, yang ni total payment without AD tu kata saya. So kalau kita ambil yang ni, kita akan dapat total payment list price 7200 minus total payment without the NP, dia akan jadi 5080. 5080. Okay. So maknanya yang ni you akan dapat LP kita sama juga dengan 7200 minus total payment kita akan jadi apa tadi? 508032. So you should get the answer to be RM 2119.68. Okay. So mana-mana cara lah yang you boleh rasa sesuai, yang rasa selesa untuk gunakan. So boleh je guna Alright. So that cover example 18. So similar to the one in the example 17 Okay, boleh? Kita tengok pula untuk example 19. Okay, kaedah yang sama kita buat sama-sama kita buat sama-sama and then kita buatlah secara cepat so saya tak payah explain, saya just tengok je Okay, it says here RM 25,000 invoice including. So kat sini dia gunakan perkataan including. Maknanya 25,000 tu dah termasuk dengan transportation charges. Okay. So it says here transportation cost of 1,200 dated 22nd January 2019 had a trade discount of 20%, 15%, and 10%. Cash discount term for 10 to 20 and N30. If the payment was settled on the 3rd February 2019, fine. Okay, sebelum kita cari all the answers, so first of all, kita tengok dulu maklumat yang diberi. So in this case, dia bagi invoice date, invoice price is 25,000. So that means in this case, the list price is simply equal to 25,000 minus the transportation cost 1,200. So this gives you the list price to be 23,800. Okay. And then you have the transport is 1,200. Okay. So you have D1, D2, and D3. So D1 anda adalah 20%, 0.2. D2 is 15%, so 0.15. And then D3 is 10%, so 0.1. And then your cash discount is given in the form of 4, 10, 2, 20, and N30. So that means in this case, 4% cash discount will be granted if payment is made within the first 10 days from the invoice date. 2% cash discount will be granted if payment is made between the 11th day from the date of invoice until the 20th day of the date of invoice. Okay. And then N30 means that there is no cash discount granted if payment is made after the 20th day from the date of invoice, and full payment is due by 30th day from the date of invoice. So itu maksudnya. So that is the meaning of each of the values in the cash discount term, right? So again, the first question asks you what is the last day to receive the 4% cash discount and the last day to receive the 2% cash discount. So the date of invoice is given to be 22nd January 2019. So that means untuk yang 4% you have 22nd January 2019. So plus you have 10 days duration for the 4%. So plus 10, so give you 32. So this is in the February, but it's already exceed the 31 days in January. So minus 31, so you get the end date to be 1st of February 2019. So this is to receive 4%. Okay, so that means if payment is made by 1st February 2019, the person will receive the 4% cash discount as additional discount rate given from the trade discount. Okay. And then for B, the last day to receive the 2% cash discount. So for 2%, it is 20 days from the date of invoice. So again, you have this one to be 22nd January 2019 plus 20 days. So this gives you 20 plus 22, you get 42 days in February. It's already exceed the January to February, but you have to minus 31 days in January. So this gives you 42 minus 31, you get 11. So you have 11 February 2019. So this is for the 2% cash discount. Okay, right? Right. And then for C, so you have C kat sini. Dia minta kita cari single discount equivalent rate. So your discount rate is 20%, 15%, and 10%. So your SDER, so kita boleh cari SDER. So this is given by 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2 and then multiply with 1 minus D3. So your D1, D2 will be 1 minus 0.2, 1 minus 0.15 and 1 minus 0.1. Betul eh? 2, 15, 1. Okay, alright. So calculate this one. So kita boleh kira sendiri. Kita tengok dapat tak jawapan yang sama. So you have 1 minus and then 0.8 multiply with 0.9. Sorry, 0.9. Sorry, 0.85. And then multiply with 0.9. Okay, you can dapat 0.388. Betul lah eh. So you akan dapat kat sini 0.388, which is equivalent to 38.8%. Okay, so you get 38.8%. Okay. Okay. So next kita tengok untuk yang D. So D we have the amount, the total payment if the payment was made on 3rd February 2019. So dia bayar pada 3 hari bulan Februari. So dekat sini untuk dapat 4% cash discount, dia kena bayar by 1st February. So dia bayar on the 3rd February. Okay, dia bayar on the 3rd February, so that means dia tak dapat yang 4%, but he will receive the 2% because it doesn't exceed 11 February. So maknanya akan dapat cash discount sebanyak 2%. Okay, so dia nakkan dia punya total payment. So in this case, the total payment is given by this is given by LP. Okay, sama ada you nak gunakan Y minus D1, D2, D3 and CD ataupun you boleh gunakan SDER, sama saja. So dekat sini saya boleh gunakan, okay, so either you guna 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2, 1 minus D3 and then 1 minus CD plus the additional charges, AD. Okay, remember for the 1 minus D1, Y minus D2 and Y minus D3, you can replace this with 1 minus SDER. Sama saja. Okay, either one So kat sini kita gunalah yang ni So this give you LP, that is, berapa LP kita tadi? Okay, berapa kita LP tadi Ya
21.800.
Okay, LP kita 23,800 23,800 So you have 23,800 and then 1 minus D1 is 0.2, 1 minus 0.15 and then 1 minus 0.1 and then finally you have the 2% cash discount, so 1 minus 0.02 plus the additional charges, you have 1,200. Okay, so kira yang ni you akan dapatlah jawapan dia. So RM. So let's calculate this one together and see whether you get the same answer as given in the text. So 23,800 multiply with 0.8 multiply with 0.85 multiply with 0.9 then multiply with 0.98 and then plus 1,200. Okay, you akan dapat 15, 474, 288, so 429 So you get jawapan yang betul lah kat situ So you get this one to be 15,474.29. So kalkulator bagi 288. So kita bundakan jadi 2 decimal place, you get 29. Alright. So that is for answer for D. And then you have the amount of trade discount given, the amount of cash discount given, and the total amount of discount given. So sama macam tadi, kita kira untuk amount of trade discount given first. So you have to find the net price. So NP is given by, so saya gunakan yang SDER. So you have LP 1 minus SDER. Okay. So this give you, kalau guna 1 minus D1, D2, D3 pun boleh, tak ada masalah. So you have 23,800. 1 minus SDER kata tadi ialah 0.388. Okay, 0.388. So this give you dengan 23,800. So jawapan betul tak? So jawapan betul. Kat sini jadi 14,000. So 14,565.60. Okay, and then to find the trade discount amount, so TD is just simply equal to LP minus NP. So this give you 23,800 minus, and then this one kita boleh dapatkan 14,565.60. Okay, you akan dapat jawapan dia. You akan dapat inilah jawapan ni. Okay. Okay, ni adalah cara untuk dapatkan dia punya net price. Ada cara lain tak? Kalau kita tak nak buat banyak-banyak ni, ada cara lain tak? Nak dapatkan nilai 9234 tu, siapa tahu? Ada tak kaedah yang lebih mudah untuk dapatkan trade discount kat sini? Ada kan? Boleh So kalau katakan kita dah ada SDER, we have the chain discount, the single discount equivalent rate that is equivalent to the chain discount. Instead of finding the NP, kalau kita just nakkan dia punya TD, the trade discount, we can also use the direct calculation for the trade discount. So remember, the direct calculation for the trade discount, you can see that the trade discount is given by LP times D, right? So in this case, kita boleh replacekan D ni dengan LP times SDER. So this give you 23,800 multiply with SDER kita 0.388. So kalau you kira yang ni 23,800 times 0.388, you get balik 9234.40. Okay. Similarly, if you want to find the cash discount, so in this case kita dah ada net price tadi. So the cash discount can be found by taking the net price and then multiply with the cash discount. So in this case, your net price is 14,565.60 And then you multiply with your cash discount is 2%, right? So 0.02. So you can dapat 14,565.60 multiply with 0.02. So you get 291.31. Okay, and finally the total discount. This is simply equal to the trade discount plus the cash discount. So you get this to be 9234.40 plus 291.31. So this gives you 9525.71. Okay, boleh? Ada soalan so far? Mudah je kan? So, dah tahulah macam mana nak selesaikan exam tu. Okay, yang ni adalah soalan berkenaan dengan kita nak reverse the process. So this is example on how to reverse the process instead of finding the value for the net profit and the total payment. So right now we want to reverse and find the list price. That means you want to find the LP. So in this case, it says here, for example 20, if you look to example 20, it says here, Abra bought an item from a furniture dealer with trade discount of 12%, 8%, and 5%. The net price was 4,999.28 and the transportation charges was 300. The invoice was dated 26 August 2019 with cash terms 610, 215, and N30. So the first one asks you to find the list price. So they give you the net price. So you can use the formula for the net price in order to find the list price, because in this case, based on the net price formula here, so you have NP equal to LP 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2, and 1 minus D3, such that the D1, D2, D3 are the trade discount, the multiple trade discount given. Okay. So substitute the correct value, tergantikan nilai yang betul dalam formula yang diberi. So you dapati bahawa nilai NP is replaced by 4,999.28, and then the D1, D2, and D3 were replaced as 0.12, 0.08, and 0.05 respectively. Okay. So calculate for this equation. So you have the LP to be equal to 6,500. So the list price here is 6,500. All right. And then the second part asks you to determine the amount needed to be paid if the payment was made on 9 September 2019. So dia kata dia buat pada tarikh 9 hari bulan September. So in this case, you have to determine whether Abra received cash discount or not for payment made on 9 September. So kita kena tentukan sama ada Abra terima cash discount ataupun tidak apabila pembayaran dibuat pada tarikh 9 September 2019. So based on the date, so you find that the last day untuk kita terima 6% cash discount, to Abra terima 6% cash discount is on the 5th of September. Okay, 26 plus 10, you get 36. 36 minus 31, dia akan dapat 5 hari bulan 9. Okay, so maknanya untuk dapat 6%, pembayaran mesti dijelaskan selewat-lewatnya 5 hari bulan September. Tapi sekarang ni pembayaran dibuat selepas 5 hari bulan September, iaitu pada 9 hari bulan September. tapi belum lagi exceed tarikh akhir untuk 2%, so maka dia akan terima 2%. Okay. Sebab dibayar pada tarikh 9 hari bulan, iaitu sehari sebelum tarikh akhir. Okay. So that means they paid on 2%, you get 2% cash discount. So you have the total payment to be NP1 minus CD plus AD. Okay, so you dah ada nilai NP. So NP kita 499.28. And then dia punya CD 2% plus the 300 for the transportation. So you have the total payment to be 5199.29. Okay, so straightforward. Boleh lah? So that is the example. Kita tengok example 21, the same thing. So kita selesaikan yang ni. So it says here the net price of a bedroom set after trade discount 10%, 8% was 4,140. Apa gelap ni? Ya, sekejap laptop tiba-tiba gelap What happened? Laptop tiba-tiba gelap. Yeah. Okay, the net price of a bedroom set after discount of 10% and 8% was 4,140. On 20th February 2016, an invoice of the bedroom set was issued with cash discount term of 510, 315 and N30. Okay. So in this case, kalau you perhatikan kat sini, dia nakkan dia punya list price. So kita dah ada net price. So kita boleh gunakan formula untuk net price. So kita gunakan formula net price. So again, you have this one. So you have untuk A, so you have NP is equal to LP 1 minus D1. So kita ada dua je, so 1 minus D2. Okay, so replace with the value. So you have NP is 4,000. You have 4,140 equal to LP, kita nak cari, and then 1 minus D1, so that is 10%, 0.1, and 1 minus 0.08. Okay, so this gives you LP equal to 4140 divided by 0.9 and divided by 0.92. Okay. So you get 4140 divided by 0.9 divided by 0.92. So you can dapat 5,000. So in this case, you have LP equal to RM 5,000. Okay, so 5,000. And then the net payment if the invoice was paid on the 2nd March 2019. Okay, the 2nd March 2019. So in this case, for 5%, okay, for 5%, so you have the date to be 20th February for 10 days, right? So that means in this case, you have 20th February 16 plus 10. So you get this to be 30. Okay, and then this is already masuk ke dalam tarikh March. Tapi kat sini you kena hati-hati sebab this one on February, this is exceeding the February date, but in 2016, February has 29 days. Okay, February ada 29 hari kan. So this one minus dengan 29, so you get this to be 1st March 2016. Okay, 1st March 2016. That is for 5%. And then for the 3%, so you have 20 to 16 plus 15 days. So you get this to be 35. So minus 29, so you get this to be equal to 6th of March. So payment is made on the 2nd of March. So that means they're entitled for 3% cash discount. Okay, they're entitled for 3% cash discount. So that means dia nakkan dia punya net payment. So in this case ada transportation tak? Tak ada. So ada additional charges? Tak ada additional charges. So that means you get the net payment. Sorry, the net payment. So you have the net payment just simply equal to NP multiply with 1 minus CD. Okay. So in this case, the NP will be 4140, and then 1 minus CD to be 1 minus 0.03. So kira yang ni akan dapat lah. So 4140 multiply with 0.97. So you dapat 4015.80. Okay, boleh? Yeah. Okay, example 22, kaedah yang sama. Cuma kita tengok kat sini. Bought some item was given trade discount 12%, 10%. The company received an invoice dated 18 April 2019 with cash discount term of 7, 10, 4, 15 and 220 and 30. So ada banyak kat situ. 10, 15, 20. So on 7 May 2019, the company paid 597.36. Find the list price of the items. Okay. So sekarang ni dia tak bagi dia punya net price. So dia bagi the payment. Okay, the net payment. So in this case, kita kena gunakan formula. So you have the total payment. Okay, kena guna formula total payment is equal to, and then you ada the list price. Trade discount ada dua kan? So 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2, and then you ada cash discount. So 1 minus CD plus AD kalau ada. Okay. But before we proceed, we need to know whether XYZ receive any cash discount or not. Okay, so in this case, kita tengok untuk yang 7%, okay, the last day to receive the 7% adalah tarikh bila? So, dia pada ni invoice adalah pada 18 April. So, 18 tambah dengan 10 dapat 28. So, 28 hari bulan 4 tarikh akhir untuk dapat 7%. Okay. And then untuk dapatkan 4%, 18 tambah dengan 15, you get this to be 33 days, right? So yang ni April sudah masuk pada bulan Mei. So April ada 30 hari. So minus dengan 30. So you dapat 3rd of April. 3rd of May. Okay. And then untuk yang 2%, you have 20 days. So 20 plus dengan 18, you get 38. So 38 minus 30, you get 8 of May. Okay, itu adalah tarikh-tarikh akhir untuk dapat cash discount. So, payment dekat sini dia buat pada tarikh 7 hari bulan Mei. Okay, dia buat pada tarikh 7 Mei. So, that is the payment date. So, that means if payment is made on the 7 May, so 7% last day 28 April. 4% last day 3rd of May. So, tak dapat. So, this one tak boleh, yang ni tak boleh. Tapi yang the last one, dia buat pada 7 hari bulan, last day untuk 2%, 8 hari bulan. So, yang ni kita akan dapat. So, that means dia akan dapat sebanyak 2% CD. So, once you have this thing, so substitute saja dalam formula. So, the company paid 6597. This is the total payment. So, you have 6597.36 and then equal to the list price, and then you have 1 minus D1. D1 will be 0.12, the 12%, and D2 is 1 minus 0.1, the 10%, and finally you have the cash discount 2%, so 1 minus 0.02. Okay, plus additional charges. So ada additional charges tak? Kat sini tidak ada additional charges, so 0. So now you can solve for LP. So LP here is just simply equal to 6597.36 divided by 0.88. Itu untuk yang 12%. Divided by 0.9, 0.98. Okay. So, kira yang ni, you should get the answer to be 8,500. So, kita kira tengok dapat tak jawapan. So, 6597.36 divided by 0.88 divided by 0.9 divided by 0.98. So, you get 8,500. So, betul lah jawapan tu. Okay, dapat So, yang lain-lain pun sama jugalah So, rasanya boleh buat sendiri kot kan. Okay. So, ada satu lagi tinggal. So, yang ni pun sama je lah. Saya buat dengan cepat So, you all just tengok je lah. So, kita tengok ini. So, the last one. So, you just can copy the answer. So, retailer received an invoice dated 21st June 2019. Okay, 21st June 2019 for RMX. It was offered trade discount of 15%, 10%, and cash discount 5, 15, 220, and N45. If the payment of 6,540.75 was made 2 weeks after the date of the invoice, find the list price. So, dia kata kat sini, the date, dia buat 2 weeks after the date of invoice. So, cash discount dia 5-15. So, that means this is the within the 2 weeks, right? So, kalau 2 minggu maksudnya 14 hari je kan. Tapi untuk cash discount yang pertama adalah 15 hari. So, kat sini, you receive receive 5% cash discount sebab dia bayar dalam tempoh 2 minggu So, kat sini 15 hari. So, 15 hari dah lebih daripada 2 minggu. So, 15 hari adalah sehari selepas 2 minggu kan. So, untuk 2 minggu 14 hari saja. So, that means dia akan dapat 5%. So, balik kepada kita punya formula. So, total payment is equivalent to LP 1 minus D1, 1 minus D2, and then 1 minus CD plus AD. Kalau ada So, in this case, the payment made is 6540. So, 6540.75 equal to LP kita X lah. And then 1 minus D1 is 15% and 10%. So, 1 minus 0.15, 1 minus 0.1, 1 minus CD 5%, 0.05. And then plus AD, tidak ada additional charges, so plus 0. Okay, so solve for X. So X here will be 6540.75 divided by 0.85 divided by 0.9 divided by 0.95. So calculate this one, you should get RM. So kita kira tengok dapat tak jawapan yang sama. So 6540.75 divide by 0.85 divide by 0.9 divide by 0.95. So akan dapat 9,000. So samalah dengan jawapan yang diberi. Okay. So that is for the finding the LP given other information. Pada tutorial 14 ni boleh cuba buat sendiri. Okay, ada banyak kat sini. So ada kita. Okay. So habis chapter trade and cash discount. Any questions?